Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I'd just like to say I am a professional and experienced holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. Alright, so let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. And let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person. And I also need to add that I also do astrology birth charts. So just check out the details in the description box below. Alright, so let's do this. Alright. Okay, so you were coming in with the Death card, and you're coming in with the World card here. Good cards to get, Gemini. Okay, so coming in with the Death card is Scorpio, here in your reading. Alright, which is ruled by Pluto here. And you're coming in with the World card, Aquarius, here in your reading. This is actually talking about here. Now let me hang on. So for your Scorpio is actually Scorpio is in your 6th house, okay, of communication, higher level of communication. It talks about here in your reading being able to communicate more effectively here, not being flippant in terms of your response, speaking with compassion and empathy here, coming from your heart here in your reading, and being able to put that into your words. Alright. Now, whereas to get there, I think I need to back it up here. Alright, now this can be both you and your person. To get to that point where you are being clear, alright, and yeah, of course it can be seen as precise here in your reading, but it comes from a level of knowing. It comes from a level of knowing how to show respect here. It comes in with mindful and thoughtfulness here about the people around you and how to come across towards them. Now coming in with the World card here in your reading, that's right, let me back it up. And now, so in order to get to that point, you would have had to have ended out, I want to say, negative patterns of thinking, a stuck mentality here, right? A lack mentality here. Now, for both you and your person, you may have recognized that right at this point in time here. Because with the Death card coming in here, it can talk about here in your reading a willingness here to listen. Okay, now coming in with the World card, once again you were coming in with a Aquarius here. You're coming in with your 9th house here, guys. Once again, it's you're coming in with a higher level of thinking here. Now, I just want to check that out. See, with both these cards, Pluto is actually in Aquarius at this point in time. And what it talks about there It's talking about changes, major changes. Yes, of course, this could be, it comes in as how you make relationships, all right? Why you make relationships here, guys, and how you're going to build those relationships into something stronger. That's what it also talks about here. But in order to know how to do that, you actually have to know why it didn't work in the past, because you are coming in with the freedom. It's like that, the freedom to actually connect with the people that you want to here, and also how you want to build it, and why you want to build it here. It does come in that way here, because does for both you and your person, relationships, do they have to be built a certain way? Okay, now let me keep going here, guys. I want to pull some more cards for you, because you are coming in with ending a cycle here, and a new cycle is beginning. So you're coming in with death and rebirth here, guys. But it also talks about here in terms of the death card, all right? It's about time, guys. You can't rush it. You can't rush the transformation. It needs time to end out. Yeah. All right, let's keep going here, and let's see what other messages the cards had for you when you're coming in, so that we come in with obstacles and challenges here. Alright, so you're coming in with the Chariot, the Seven of Swords, you have the Tower, the Six of Wands, and you are also coming in with Judgment. The Ten of Swords here, guys. So the obstacle and the challenge here in your reading, it comes in as, so what do I do next? What is my next step? Yeah. Give me 1 minute here. See what it tells me here, Gemini. This past cycle that you're ending out, that you're actually working through here, it is coming in as negative attachments and negative energy here. All right, to a past pain, hurt and fear. Hence why you come in with the Death card in terms of transformations. And it talks about here in your reading, so how do I release and transmute that? You know, you're coming in with here, yeah, of course you may have left a situation, both you and your person, but there's a lot of regret here, and that regret could very well be, why did I do it in the first place, here in your reading. But what it also tells me here in your reading is that a past pain, hurt and fear was never let go of here, guys. That's what it's talking about here. Now you may be getting those intuitive nudges at this point in time, but what I get here for both you and your person is that you're misinterpreting these intuitive nudges. And you're actually, what you could be doing at this point in time is reacting. You could be judging and blaming here. And you could very well be resentful here. And now, See, you're coming in with, it does come in with a mask here, guys, how you truly feel here about a situation, about a past cycle. And that past cycle is slowly ending out. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that for yourself and your person, you don't know how to end out that past cycle. But you could very well make out here in your reading that you're okay with it, when in actual fact you're not okay with it here. See, what I get here in your reading, a lot of a painful and hurtful experience that you went through as a child is being, it's coming in as it's being brought back up to the surface. You're coming in with things that you have tried to suppress, both you and your person, and that you've put layers and layers on top of that, and those layers could very well be patterns and habits here. Okay, you may not see it at this time, your person may not see it at this time, but that's honestly what's going on here. Because what's going on here, guys, is those layers are crumbling here, right? And all you're actually left with here in your reading is some really raw emotions, guys. That's what it's talking about. Hence why you're coming in with, so how do I deal with this? Why can't I shift it? Why can't I move it? Here, why can't I get rid of it? No matter what I do, no matter who I go towards here, no matter if I drink, if I do drugs, I still can't move it. I still can't let it go. That's how your reading is coming in here. See, what it kind of tells me here in your reading for both you and your person is that you're getting advice here from a lot of people here. And what it kind of tells me here, Gemini, is that where you get advice, you try it, it works, but then it doesn't work. Then it stops working. So you get more advice. So what it talks about here is going around the houses. So you're going to different people here in order to seek advice, in order to seek help and guidance here. But what it's talking about here for both you and your person is that you're not actually getting to the core issue here. Like I said, it's about listening here. So even though you are being told, or you may have been told certain things here, you don't want to listen to it. You only want to do what you want to do. This is both you and your person. You only want to do it your way. That's what it's talking about here. That's both you and your person here in your reading. So, book an image reading, tarot reading with me. Alright, guys. As I'm not just a tarot reader. And if you want to know the difference between the two, check out the details in the description box. And then we can move into counselling, as I am a holistic and spiritual counsellor here, and I can help you to remove this negative here, guys, and transmute these negative attachments and energy that you yourself are struggling with here, guys, to remove. Alright? Because you are not getting to, this is both you and your person, you are not getting to the core issue. Now, if you're coming in with the Death card and the World card, what it talks about there in your reading is that is exactly what you are wanting here. Is a new cycle. That's what it talks about. Is a new life here, like that. You want to come out of this here, guys. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information about counselling, holistic and spiritual counselling here. All right, let's keep going here. Now, 1 minute, guys. Yeah. All right, so you're coming in with the Six of Pentacles. You are also coming in with the Ace of Wands. And you are coming in with the King of Swords, the Emperor guy, here in your reading. I get potentially here in your reading or coming in with the Emperor guy, the King of Swords here. Let me just get this for you. There's a fear. Potentially here in your reading, there's a fear to open up and be honest here. You want someone just as passionate as you. Here, you may, and your person could very well be just as passionate as you are here in your reading. See, what I get here is that you want a family. You want stability. You want to be stable here. And see, this King of Swords, this Emperor guy, this person wants stability too here. Let me just check this one out for you. See, it talks about here in your reading, when it comes to the Emperor guy, the King of Swords, is trust. It's coming in as trust here. For your person here, Gemini, there is a fear to trust. That's also coming in here in your reading. It comes in as healing after heartbreak here in your reading. But the heartbreak here, alright guys, the heartbreak here is actually when you first went through heartbreak, Gemini, for both you and your person here. And you may say that you've already done that, but you haven't gone deep enough. That's what it's talking about. And so it's really coming in as be mindful in what you are trying to create here. Because is it coming from a place of love here? Or is it coming from a place of fear? That's what it's also talking about. So let's see what advice. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So let's see what advice the cards have for you. Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's go. Let's go. Okay. So you're coming in with the High Priestess here in your reading, the Two of Pentacles. And I was already getting that here, guys. So you're coming in with 8 here in your reading. Let's just have a look at that. 4. So with the High Priestess coming in, what it talks about there. So the High Priestess is Cancer here, guys. Alright. And you have the Sun and the Moon in Cancer at this time. Okay. Sorry. It's coming in as Cancer. And Cancer is in your second house of... And your second house is about material possessions here. Just 1 minute here, guys. What your reading is talking about here, Gemini, is that this High Priestess, this person is stable. This person is grounded here. They don't make out they are. You know, they don't talk about what they have. That's what it talks about here in your reading. They've worked a lot for it here. They've made some huge changes here, coming in with the High Priestess. Of course, this very well could be you here. Because when you come in with the Two of Pentacles, alright guys, you actually come in with both masculine and feminine energy here. And so what that talks about there in your reading is that this person can build. This person brings things into their reality here. Here in a sense. Alright guys? Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, Gemini, and I appreciate, yeah. Thank you for your reading, and I'll catch you later. Bye.